welcome to CARV Fitness. I'm your host, Joe Kwan. Today we have Sergio and Laura who are going to help us crush this workout. This is a very difficult workout in the sense that it's really going to depend on your pace on how hard you work. When I enter a workout like this, I really make mental notes as to how many reps I think I'm going to be able to do, and I try to sustain it. I'll try to explain that a little deeper now. So this is an EMOM workout for 10 minutes. EMOM stands for every minute on the minute. The way that I approach these kinds of workouts is to set an expectation for your minute, and I try to keep that number through the duration of this workout. For instance, in the odd minutes I'm doing burpees, so I think I can do 20 burpees in a minute, so I try to do 20 burpees for every single one of those burpee minutes. The same with shoulder taps. I think I can do about 50 shoulder taps in a minute, so I'll try to knock out 50 for each of those even minutes. Another thing to remember is, if you're new to this kind of workout, your numbers are going to fall off, and that is absolutely normal. That is so normal. Even at my 20 burpees a minute, I think I can do that. Going into it, probably minute 5, it probably will drop off into about 15 or maybe even 10, depending on how I'm feeling this morning, how I ate, last night, whatever it is, the rest that I got. So something to keep in mind. Your score dropping off towards the end of the workout is pretty normal, but I will want you to push through those last few minutes, and I'll try to coach you through that as well. There are no rests in this exercise scheme. So something to remember, if you start feeling tired and you don't think you're going to be able to jump right back into the next minute, take 15 seconds at the end of that minute that you're working on to give yourself a break, grab some water, stretch it out. Make sure you have some water nearby because this is going to be a really intense 10 minutes. So keep that in mind. Good luck. Can't wait to see how you're doing on it. Each round, you're going to make sure that you're going to take a score of how many burpees you do and how many shoulder taps you do. So for instance, let's say in minute 1, I do 5 burpees. At the end of that minute, I'm going to write down 5 on my piece of paper, jump into the shoulder taps at the top of the next minute. I do 10 shoulder taps in that minute. At the end of that minute, I'll write down my shoulder taps, start up again with the burpees. What you're really trying to do is track your fitness level. And if you can do 5 today, and next week, if you want to try this workout again, and you try to shoot for 6, that's what we're looking for. We want to see you get better and your fitness gains improving. Now, that being said, I'm ready to go. What about you, Sergio? Laura? All right, let's do it. In 3, 2, 1, max burpees. So like I said, always good to take a break when you need it. Break it up into sets of 5, break it into sets of 10, whatever you feel like. So we're 20 seconds in, so keep that in mind. See how your body feels right now. If you think, oh, I feel pretty good for 20 seconds, try to match that number for the next 20 seconds. And then take a 20-second break if you want. We're halfway in, keep going. So Sergio is doing a great modification. This is called an up-down. He did these in the warm-ups. It's a great one because all we're doing is taking away the push-up portion of this burpee. He's going to try to do these. Looks like he's going to try to do them through the whole minute. So that's great. 10 seconds left, y'all. Keep going. Laura, you're doing awesome. How are you feeling? Great. This is the first minute, so we're going to keep that in mind. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's write down our score. And then we're going to go straight into shoulder taps. So shoulder taps. Remember, your butt's not up in the air. And you're keeping a nice neutral spine, nice good tension in the body. And we're just tapping shoulders. Now, as you can see, Sergio, he's doing a modification here. For whatever reason, if you have a bad wrist, bad shoulder, you can't do the shoulder taps, just stay in a plank for as long as you can for this minute. So remember, we're going to be coming back to this over and over again 5 times. Halfway through this minute, what we're going to do is going to take a break here for Sergio. That's great, falling out of the position. Laura's doing some nice slow shoulder taps. This is great too. Another way to get into this is to think about your tempo. 15 seconds, we're gonna move on to burpees again. So I'd say right now, it's a good time to take a break. Take a breather, go ahead and write down how many of these shoulder taps you've done, and get ready for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burpees. So the second round of burpees, it is gonna be a little bit more difficult, or maybe your body's even more primed for it, so it'll actually feel easier. But like I said, keep in mind what you set your goal at, try to achieve that goal every time. How's it going, Sergio? Hey. Sergio's going into the full burpees. It looks like Laura here is doing a modification that I think is great as well. If you can't get that dynamic movement, jumping back with your feet, you can always do a step back, up, down. This is a great modification. Always remember, even though she's doing this modification, try to keep that core nice and tight, your butt's not up in the air, and you're still engaging all the muscles. 15 seconds, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to the alternating shoulder plank taps. Go ahead and write your scores down now. Well, and then we're gonna try to keep these scores the same throughout. 4, 3, 2, 1, and shoulder taps. So you can see there's different ways to do these shoulder taps, different tempos. The idea is you're gonna really just kind of put your body in a position that feels comfortable and try to keep nice body tension throughout it. What that does is it engages your core and gets your shoulders working. Sergio right now, he's doing a modification for shoulder taps, which is also just doing another plank. Again, great modification because you're still working your shoulders, still getting your core activated. We've got about 20 seconds left and we're gonna go right back into the burpees, y'all. We're almost to the halfway point. See how you're feeling. Take your break as needed. And really, you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for being here. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burpees. Now, the reason I love burpees so much because I feel like it's a great way to get your heart rate up really quickly. For me, it's a great way for me to get my body ready to get on stage, play a really hard show, work my body out right before I get up there. It really loosens me up in weird ways that I didn't expect, and I just love it. As you can see, Sergio loves it too. Laura, you're crushing it. 30 seconds left, y'all, and we're at the halfway mark. $15 seconds. Are you keeping track of your counts? Because I know it's a little bit difficult to right now, and that's totally fine too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shoulder taps. Oh, if you haven't written down your score, probably write that down before you go into the next shoulder taps. It's really hard to do these workouts sometimes and remember what your score is. We keep score just to keep track of ourselves. It's not for anything other than that. It's to see how you're growing from week to week. So keep that in mind. If you do miss a rep here or there, or you just forget to count a whole round, just, put a smiley face. That's good for me. This is another great modification here. If it's getting a little tough to be in that plank position, go ahead and do the shoulder taps from your knees. Still engaging the core, just taking a little bit of pressure off of you by being on your knees. This is great, 15 seconds. Like I said, no breaks, build them in yourself. Take some water while you're in these breaks, loosen up, and then get ready to start at the top of the next minute. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burpees. Make sure you write down your score for those shoulder taps. Get into these burpees. All right, we're looking at 4 more minutes to go. So I really want to see is think about what your scores were for the first half of this workout. Try to match them now. And then on the last 2 rounds, try to beat that score because that's showing you that you do have it in you to kind of make these workouts work for you. 30 seconds. Sergio, how's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
You're doing great. I like it when people can't really answer when I ask them questions. Laura, how are you?
Great.
Step backs are looking good.
Thanks.
Good, good. All right, 10 seconds, y'all. Go ahead and take a break and write down your scores. And get ready for these shoulder taps going into minute 7. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now remember, you can just stay in this plank and just do a shoulder tap every once in a while. It's all about tempo, or you can just go full speed with them. I feel like either one really works the same in terms of getting your core activated and your shoulders nice and tight. You're gonna see some nice sculpting going on here You'll get a little bit of a pump in your shoulders. It'll feel great. You'll get the pump in your core, in your back. It's really a great all-around position to be in. Right now, Sergio's dropped down into a forearm plank, which is also a great modification if being on your hands is difficult. Laura's back down to her knees with the shoulder taps. Great modification, like I said before. All right, so we've got about 20 seconds left in this minute. Now's a good time, take a break. We're going into these last 2 minutes really quick. Go ahead and write your score down. Get ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and these burpees. Now I want you to push. Try to max your burpees out on this last minute. What I mean by max, try to go unbroken for the full minute if you can. If not, do 10, take a quick 5-10 second break, get right back into it for another 10. Now, it's gonna get really difficult, y'all, because burpees compound. They just get harder and harder and harder the more you do. But in my opinion, the more you do, the stronger you'll get. You have 30 more seconds and you will be done with burpees for the day. That's awesome. Keep going, Laura. Come on, Sergio. Come on. You're doing so great.
Am I?
Yes. All right, 20 seconds left. Keep pushing, no breaks, no breaks. All the way through this time. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, go ahead and jot your scores down. We got about 5 seconds, and then we go into our shoulder plank taps. 3, 2, 1, shoulder taps. Let's go the full minute, because you know what? We get to rest for a long time after we're done with this minute. Keep going, push hard. Woo-wee. 15 seconds down, 45 to go. Almost there, y'all. Keep pushing. Make this minute count. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Halfway, 30 seconds left. Push, push. Coming up on our last 20 seconds. Feeling good? Pushing hard? Nice, Sergio. Nice, Laura. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good job. Woo! Give yourselves a hand. Sergio's dead. Looks like Laura's doing great, of course. Y'all did amazing. You guys, this is such the freaking path to achieving your fitness goals. So this kind of workout right here, it will wreck you, but it'll make you so strong in the end. Oh, thank you so much for being here. Make sure, please make sure, this is so important that you go into a recovery block after this. That was a tough workout. That's a tough workout for anybody. Give anybody this workout and they'll be winded at the end of it. So please, do this next recovery block. It's a short few minutes of stretching. That's all it is. It'll get you everything that you just worked out nice and loose, kind of get you ready for what's next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of this community. We love you. See you later.